this video, I'm going to use this Google Sheet that I created to help me automatically find products from Hayneedle.com that I can sell on Amazon for a profit. And so that is what I'm going to show you how to do right here in this video. So just stick around and I'm going to show you the whole process of using this Amazon Matcher Profit Calculator system to get your product data from the supplier, get it into the Google Sheet, automatically match your products onto Amazon, and then even export your results into a completely separate spreadsheet that you can use to work with your team or even just to keep your own records for yourself. And so I'm going to show you how to do all of that right here in this video, so just stick around so you can see the rest of the video and completely learn how the process works. So in this video, I'm going to find products from Hayneedle.com that I can sell on Amazon at a profit. Now, first of all, let me talk a little bit about Hayneedle. Hayneedle is a very popular site. It is not as famous as Walmart, but it is a popular site for Amazon dropshipping from what I've seen on YouTube and heard from other sellers on YouTube. So now, what do you do, however, when you have a supplier like this and you want to find products to sell on Amazon, but you really have no idea where to even start? And I know that although we could go through these products manually, individually, that process is usually very long, and sometimes you often do not end up with any kind of results. So let me give you a more organized process for doing this. One of the things that I always teach about is brands. However, even brands do not always answer your situation or your particular problem with that supplier. So let's see, with Hayneedle, for instance, I did not find that Hayneedle has an actual brands page. So there's certain suppliers I can show you, for instance, and it's very important that we just talk about this very quickly before I go into the process. If you look at Zoro.com and you go to their brands page, you can clearly see that these are brands that are sold by Zoro, and Zoro also has its own private brand called Zoro Select. However, with Hayneedle, I did not see that they have a brands page, and they do not, as far as I can tell, even have a brand, a private brand, which would normally be, in that case, would be named Hayneedle. Usually, brands, many online stores like this have a private brand that is named after them, but if you search Hayneedle on Hayneedle.com, you're not going to see a private brand. Also, if you go on Google and you search Hayneedle.com brands, you don't find a real brands page for Hayneedle.com. So going the brands route wouldn't really be the thing, right? We won't really have a private brand to work with in this case. So what do we do? Well, the only other thing you can really do then is go to a certain category and explore the products. However, you're going to need help, and that's what I'm going to do with this Google Sheet system. Now, before going into that, I need to start with the manual process of just deciding, first of all, what category am I even going to look at. Now, in dropshipping, you're going to be very free to sell different categories regardless of the sizes of the products. But let's take, for instance, something that's kind of simple. Let's say under home decor, I'll just go to curtains. That's under window treatments, and I'll just look at curtains. All right, just looking at curtains for a while. And I'm not going to even use any filters. I don't want to narrow it down too much. I just want to look at these curtains. And what I will do is just manually, not go through all of them because that would take too long, but I will take a few curtains and go through manually and open those curtain products and search those product titles on Google and just see if I can find these products on Amazon. So right now, this is what I call Amazon matching. Taking a product that you see at a supplier and trying to see if you can find that product on Amazon. So far, I'm not really seeing a good Amazon link for this product. It is not difficult to find a product on Amazon when the product is there, so it shouldn't take that long. So I will just go ahead and move to another curtain. And right now, I'm not even trying to find profitable products because I'm going to do that in bulk with my system. Right now, what I'm trying to do is just see if I can find matches of these products in general. And this is kind of an investigation process of the supplier to see how well their products match to Amazon. Now, this product does seem to be quite similar to the one I see here. They do have some different variations that you always should pay attention to as well, because the different variations might end up being more similar to what is in front of you at the supplier, right? So we can always look at the different variations as well. So I do see some similarities with this product, but right now I'm just going to continue because I'm really looking for to do it a little more quickly. And actually, I'm going to skip that product and let me just go even look at the, although I'm not thinking about brands yet, I can even begin to think about brands as well as I go through the products, just kind of loosely looking at the brand names, noticing that there are some brand names on these products. That is one critical thing with the supplier when you're trying to find products on Amazon, is do their products have actual brands, because we know that Amazon is very brands based. So here is a product, we see blue here, okay, and I'm just comparing it here, and I do see some different variations, and it looks like this might be the same product. So here is the same product. It's 84 inches here, and you can choose the size here, 52 by 84, and I suppose this is, well, this is in chocolate or ivory, but I'm not really, right now I'm just trying to see that these products show up on Amazon, but they do even have the chocolate ivory variation as well on here on Amazon, so I do find that there's a match. So right now I'm not looking for profit, I'm just looking for the ability to match products from the supplier. Now normally you could go through even more products, but being that the supplier already has a reputation for being used for Amazon, a good reputation, and I was able to pretty much find matches for a couple products, I'm going to be satisfied in this case, and I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is scrape all of these current products, the data for these products in bulk. I'm going to bring it to my supplier Amazon matcher system, and I'm going to match these products to Amazon in bulk instead of doing it manually. Alright, so what I'm going to do is click on this Chrome extension, which is a free Chrome extension called Instant Data Scraper, and this Chrome extension will automatically put, you'll see the red box around the products here, and now I'm going to pull all the product data from all these products at the same time. You can see the product data here. I want to make sure I have the product data, I have the links, I have the titles, I have the prices. Okay, I will click this option, Locate Next button. If you're not getting that option, you can get it by clicking here, Locate Next button. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of this page and look for that Next button, and now I click on that Next button. At this point I will return to my Chrome extension and I will click on Start Crawling, and what it's going to do is grab more and more pages of products from this category, right? So now I'm pulling even more products from this category, and it will keep pulling and it will keep pulling. Alright, and all I can do is really wait for this process to finish. So far I have 12 pages. Let's see how many pages there are in total, and if it looks like it's going to take a while, then I will come back. But oh good, it's only 14. So now I have 14 pages of products. Imagine 14 pages of product data of this category. So now I will click on CSV, and that downloads the products to a CSV file. Now I'm going to go over to my supplier Amazon matcher system. I'm going to go to the Instant Data Scraper CSV sheet tab and make sure it's blank, and if it's blank I'm going to go ahead and do file import, upload, select a file from your device, and you can see Hayneedle, as that's my most recent download, that's my CSV. I'm going to go ahead and open that really quickly, bring all that product data in here, replace current sheet, import data. I'm going to bring all that data in here, and now what I will do is I will go back. Well, first of all, if it's the first time with the supplier, I need to set up the columns map. I'm going to do it really quickly in this video. If you want to understand how to do this more closely, I have a full tutorial on the system, but for this video I just want to do this quickly. So I'm going to create the titles map. So I'm going to take the column heading for the titles and just copy and paste that here. I will take the column heading for the URLs, which is here, go to the columns map, paste that under the URLs, And then I have the prices, which is this column here. I will copy that column, place that under prices dollars. I don't need prices cents. I don't think I need brand or model number, only if that's how it is in the supplier. So I'm going to look at the supplier CSV and see if they have separated anything there. Nope, they haven't. I don't see model numbers. I don't see model numbers or brands separated, so that's it. Okay, the columns map is set up, so I'm going to go to supplier Amazon data and just select Hayneedle.com, my supplier map, and import instant data scraper CSV. That means import the data from the CSV and now bring it in. So you're going to get all that product data, and remember it was 14 pages of products, so it's a lot of product data, and you're going to pull all that product data into the system all at once, and it will take some time to get the prices. Now if you go here, control down will show you the last row that it has so far. Actually no, that's a space, so there are even more rows. Control down again, 630, so that's a lot of products, right? I got all the way down to row 630 from row 6, and now the prices are in as well. Now what I will do, right away I go to the first row and I click find all Amazon URLs, and what it's going to do is automatically going to do the search on the titles and pick up the Amazon links from those searches and put them right here along with the ASINs for those URLs. So this is actually way faster, as you can imagine, than right-clicking each of these, opening and searching it manually by hand, right? It is actually doing that manual search automatically. So it's the same process. It's doing the same thing, taking the title, doing the search on the title, picking up the link, except it's doing it automatically. The computer's doing it, not you. So this really saves a ton of time. Okay, so now this is something that we have to wait for, and it will take a while, but I am going to wait for it to complete. If anything, I will just cut the video and come back when it stops and tell you what to do from there. So after it has been matching products for a while, it will eventually stop. This is because Google Sheets can only run the web calls continuously for a certain amount of time. But there's no problem. You will just restart it. You will go to where it left off and just click find all Amazon URLs, and it will just continue. You can just dismiss that message, that red message. There's no problem there at all, and just continue, get in more products, and once it's finished, we'll start looking at how we... So after some time, I was able to match the majority of these products all the way down to row 630. I was able to find Amazon URLs for these product titles. So what is the next step? Well, there are a few different things that I can do here. Now, if I want to, I can start looking at some supplier links and some Amazon links just to see kind of like the general matches. I'm just going to dismiss that, but that's not really what I suggest. Although out of curiosity, you might want to look at a few of these previews. There are match scores, and the match scores do kind of give you an indication of how likely the products match. It's important to understand not every product on a supplier site, not every curtain on this page is sold on Amazon. Alright, not every single one is, and in fact, if you manually search some of these, you will not find some of those on Amazon. Some you will. So that is part of the reason why some of these will not have a correct match, because the search engine will give you something, but it may not actually be the same product. But oftentimes they will match, but generally I find this is not a rule, it's not strict. But when I have a match score of 50% or higher, I find that I'm more likely to have a match, but it's not a strict thing. The match score just gives you kind of a general idea of whether or not it will match, but it's not, you can't depend on that. You have to actually look at the products. The best thing are these previews that you can see on the links, and you can see that many of these products, when you even look at the images, they may be a different color sometimes if it's a different variation, which you will change on the site, but you can see a lot of these do match. Alright, so what you want to do right here is get the prices, and from the prices we'll be able to calculate the profit in bulk. And then once I have the profit in bulk, then I will focus on those products. So that way I don't waste any time trying to match things that aren't profitable in the first place. So what I want to do is, now you can use import XML prices and get your prices in here if you don't have Keepa data features, but I highly recommend using the Keepa data features for this process. Okay, so I am going to use Keepa right now. So I'm going to take all of these ASINs and highlight them. And again, if you don't have Keepa data features, you can use the import XML prices button above to get prices from Google Sheets directly, but it will not give you rank or anything like that. And if you want to highlight all of these more quickly, you can do Control-Shift down, and that will highlight, select all the ASINs, and then you will copy all of these ASINs in one shot. Once you copy all of these ASINs, you're going to go right over to Keepa Data Product Viewer, and you're going to go to Import List. So on Keepa Data Product Viewer, I have a link in the description of this video if you want to get on the Keepa data features. I really highly recommend that. And it's not an expensive software, and it can do so much. And this is just one thing that it can do. Now, when you paste the ASINs, you're good to go. It doesn't matter if they say null in between. That will not interfere. You will go ahead, say include all products, and load list. And you will get a new list of products. These are products I did before, and now these are the products that I just did. You can see 1 to 499, so it's 499 products that I was able to gather all together. And I will go ahead and export all active columns CSV, export that to a CSV, and I'm just going to very quickly bring that CSV over, the Keepa CSV. So I go to my Keepa CSV sheet, file, import, upload, select file, download, so I'm there already, Keepa export, open. Okay, I'm going to do it really quickly, replace current sheet, import data, and now you will see all of this data gets brought in from Keepa. You don't even have to look at it. You can just go ahead, and sometimes buttons will move. Okay, when that happens, you just right click and move the buttons back. Just right click the button and just drag it. But make sure you right click first to select it so you don't activate the button. And now what I'm going to do is click import Keepa data, and that will automatically start importing the data. I should have made sure I was at the top row. Let me actually cancel that and make sure, because I think that starts, no, actually import Keepa data will just start from the top automatically, and it will just go through everything. It does that so that if you want to upload another list, you know, it will just always start from the top and try everything, right, and get all the data for all the ASINs is what I mean, right? So right now it's running the script, and we can just wait a bit for the prices to start to come in, and we see the ranks are coming in as well. All that is coming from Keepa, and you will see the FBA fees are also being brought in. Okay, I had 0 for FBA fee before, now the zeros are being replaced with FBA fees. These are coming from the Keepa CSV data. All right, and we see the ranks. Okay, really. And of course I need to wait for this to complete, and it does have a long way to go, all the way down to the last row. But what I will do, because it will take a while, for the sake of the video, is I'm going to go ahead and start noticing that some of these are showing up with the ROI being positive, and I have those programmed to light up in green to make it more obvious. And so if I see potential profit, those are the ones I want to gravitate towards, and this is why I said we want to see the profit first. No guarantee that they match, but we're at least going to look. And these do have a similar name, at least. The image wasn't too clear on Amazon, so I'm going to have to open this to really see it. Which, I mean, you have to open it anyway. The match score is 67%, which is a pretty decent match score, pretty high. So let's see what it says here. Okay, Heritage Lace is the brand. This one is also Heritage Lace. Okay, so they're the same brand, so it's good there. Sheer Divine Curtain Tear, Sheer Divine Tear. All right, 60 by 36 inches. Ecru is the color. Okay, fine. All right. Pretty sure this is going to be the same. We have the Ecru color here as well, and already we see the images look the same, and we have a 60 by 36. Right? Not available right now. Okay, so right now the 60 by 36 is not available. It means it's out of stock. Right? Would this be profitable at this current price of $28.27? Yeah, because it's going for 60 on Amazon. What price do we have here? Okay, we have actually $54 here. Sometimes Keepa is a little behind, so what I want to do is check Amazon and go to buy, really check new sellers, really see what they're selling. Oh, it is $54, but what happens is that we have a $6 shipping, so it's really $60. If you add that shipping, he's really selling it for 60 bucks. Okay, when you really look at it. But even if you go by the $54, you know, you would still be making a profit even at 54, right? So 28, 27, if I have Sell Assistant at Chrome extension, I can get the profit here, and it will show as 48% ROI. But let's not forget, I already have a profit calculation here as well, and mine is coming out very different because I have an FBA fee. This is really, video is more focused towards drop shipping. So what you can do is you can set the FBA fees to 0 if you're not doing FBA. But the FBA fee, you could treat it as a shipping cost. But I mean, if you're drop shipping, obviously your shipping is not really on this side. Your shipping is on this side, supplier side. So what you want to do is set a shipping. Actually, I already have shipping here. I forgot that I had a shipping of $5 there already in here. So you should be mindful of what you have set inside your spreadsheet, okay? If you know the shipping from Hayneedle, you have to know what the general shipping is at Hayneedle. Okay, I'm going to have to add this to the cart or check the shipping policy. Well, this one is free shipping. So, wow, okay, so you know, it's going to depend on the product. You're going to have to, as you go to each product, you're probably going to have to just adjust it. But if this is free shipping, then that's even better. Now, where's that product? Oh boy. Okay, let me find that product. I'm going to copy the ASIN here, copy, go back here, Control F, paste the ASIN, and that's going to find the product for me very quickly. And what I'm going to do here, I have the percentage of tax set already as well. I'm going to set the shipping to 0 because it said free shipping, and that's how much profit I would have made, right? So that's why the ROI. So okay, yeah, 50% ROI. All right, so quite profitable. Just that it's not in stock right now, right? But it's good to have a record of that product. And if I scroll down, I see this one is coming out profitable also. Even though I have a $5 shipping on there, that's just going to be like my general shipping. But what I will do is look at each product, and then I will kind of evaluate and see what the shipping is, because it might be this is free shipping also. But are these the same? So now we get into a lot of different variations. One thing about curtains, maybe this wasn't the best, or I shouldn't say the best, but wasn't the easiest choice for the video, because there are all these variations, right? Size and color. Let's see, blackout panel. That means I have to go for, okay, Sage. First of all, the size, right? It's 52 by 96. Okay. And we have 2 colors here. We have a bunch of colors. Ivory, nickel black. And let's see what we have here. We have all these variations to compare. Ivory, and so I forgot what's 5296. Yeah. So I'm on 5296 here, but I'm trying to see if I can find a color that they both have in common. This is ivory. So here we have an ivory. Okay, yeah, this is great. So I have an ivory, but it's unavailable. I have the nickel black. Did I find something in common finally? Nickel black 52 by 96 on Amazon. And then it seems on Hayneedle also have a nickel black 52 by 96. So I found something that they both have. These are definitely a match. So you see how it's matching. $39.99 on Hayneedle. $62.99 on Amazon. Okay, so I see why people like Hayneedle. There are some profitable products. Okay, 6% ROI here. Okay, with that free shipping, this really makes a big difference. It's free, so this, you know, that free shipping. This is not, of course, this cost of goods is just cost of goods. I'm not adding any shipping to it, so it's already good to go. if you're drop shipping, you already have your FBM profit over here, so you can already see your profit. I'm so used to looking here, I should be looking over here. So it's actually 22% ROI. In the actual sheet, this will always say that when the script runs after a while. Scripts, it keeps running, you just dismiss it. Just ignore that. That's not bothering you in any way or messing up your process, so just ignore it when it's over and when it does that. And so basically what you want to do is make sure your supplier costs are correct, right? So where's the supplier cost in the middle? So this is 0 because remember free shipping, so 0, right? So now I see the profit is even higher than I thought. Now if I keep seeing that a lot of these products, these curtains have free shipping, right? If I keep seeing that, it may not make sense for me to have shipping set to $5 for this page of products I'm going through. If most of these are going to have free shipping, maybe it's a good idea for me to put 0 for the shipping, set shipping, and then that way the shipping is just 0 for everyone, right? That way it's more likely getting me an accurate estimate for the supplier cost, because all of this gets calculated as your subtotal, the units, the price from over here, the number of units, which is usually just 1 unit normally, unless it's like a 2-pack or something, and your shipping is going to be added. That gives you a subtotal. Your subtotal is going to have tax percentage added to it. That's going to calculate your tax. Then your total cost is the tax and the shipping combined with that subtotal, the tax and subtotal. That's your total cost. And then how much you, depending on how many units you bought, this is how much it's costing you for each unit. It's usually just the same thing as the total cost. And then how many items you're getting in each unit. It's usually just 1. So usually cost per item is just going to be, if you're just buying 1 and selling 1, these 3 will just be the same. So this is your cost per item. And then on Amazon, how many items are there per ASIN? Like if it's a 2-pack, then you're going to put 2, so then the cost is going to be double, right? If this is a 2-pack, your cost is double because you have to buy 2, right? So that's how this works, and then it calculates the profit after it does the fees, then it gets the profit. So that is how this calculates the profit altogether, and just to understand that part as well. Okay, so that is basically the process. So you can see now what I want to do. Actually, let's go to the bottom. I want to go to the bottom of the ASINs, control down. I just want to see. Okay, yeah, I did get all the data. So actually, what you can do right here is click on row 5, apply data, create a filter. Create a filter, and what I suggest is you go to estimated profit per ASIN, and you have this filter. And you're going to do filter by color, fill color, dark green, and that's going to just separate the profits that are green. And now you can just kind of go through focusing on products with a profit. You can usually you don't have to, you're not very much likely changing anything in the middle there, so you can just leave it like this. If you want to change the tax though, you can change the tax also. I forgot to mention that. If you don't want 8%, if you want higher tax, let's try 10% instead. I'll set tax to 10%, and something I should have done earlier. That's kind of like a worst case tax for USA, you know, for the US. So I'm going to set that tax, and that might take a while, just to kind of increase the costs, right, as much as possible to make sure we're really still making profit, right? And at this point, just comparing more products is pretty much all you're going to do, you know, and you know, maybe gravitating towards these larger ROIs. This one became a negative, so now I'm going to refilter that. I'm going to refilter by color, fill color dark green. Tax, you know, can really make a difference. And another thing you can do, if you want, you can do ROI Z to A to put the largest ROI first. One thing forgot to mention, after you get the prices from Keepa and the ranks, you see these are formulas. These formulas are what get the price and the ranking here, as well as FBA fees and things like that. So what you want to do is click Stamp Amazon Data. Should have done that right away when I noticed it was finished. That's going to make the data permanent. So you want to get rid of the formulas, because otherwise every time you filter, something's going to keep recalculating and it's just kind of a mess. So you want to just stamp that data so that the formula is gone and the data stays behind. Alright, so next time you do that right after you finish the import of the Keepa data. And by doing ROI Z to A, you're putting the largest potential ROI first. And then now we can go ahead and start looking at these. And I am going to close these other ones, which actually I wanted to mention something there, but let's just look at this first and see what happens with this. So again, we're getting into a lot of variations here. Design, curtain, panel, or rod design, perhaps. Rod design, when, okay, so, okay, 150 by 108, that's the size, and I'm assuming that we have some different, different variations. Okay, so we have to see what colors we have in common. Oh wow, there's a lot. Okay, boy. Okay, black is available for 120. Do they have anything cheaper? Chocolate, let's try chocolate. See if they have chocolate here and just see what it costs. Chocolate is $132.86 on Amazon. I'm gonna run, and Amazon actually sells this, Amazon.com, but they're temporarily out of stock. Alright, see, they're temporarily out of stock. This might be a good time then, you know, to sell this. While they're out of stock, you can jump in and sell it at the same price they were selling it at. They were selling it for $132.86. So, yeah. Let's see what price is shown here. So if I were to change this to, now first of all, a few things happen with these variations. For one, it means now I have to change my link and my ASIN, because now I'm going to have a different ASIN. So in this particular case, you're going to want to update the ASIN and the link. So you're going to want to actually take this link and copy it. There's nothing wrong with this. Is still a spreadsheet, even though it runs like a program. So you can go ahead and erase data and replace data, right? So you want to put the new ASIN here, this ASIN. Okay, I'm going to put a new ASIN here, and I'm going to even put a new price of $132.86, and the rank might even be different. But I mean, I'm right at this moment concerned more about the profit. And rank changes all the time. I mean, so does price, but we need the price for the profit. But I may, let's see. And this has got me thinking now about the supplier part of things that I hadn't really thought much about variations, being that there are different variations. And so, wow. Okay, so that might be an update that I do, someplace to put variations in situations where we need to add in a variation. So I might need to add a variation column. Won't be able to, at least not now, pull up variations automatically, but can at least have some place to make a note on the variation. So this is chocolate. Right now, I would have to use the model number for now, which I know is not really the right thing per se, but that's what I would have to do, chocolate, and then do 150 by 108. It's just, you know, so that you know which variation it is for that URL. And then to have the price now $97.41, I guess I have to update this. And profit is going to be a lot lower now, only 5% ROI. But that is an update process that you might need to do in this situation because of all these variations. Alright, so that is basically the process. Alright, you're going to go to another product, do the same thing. You know, but the first thing is to verify that these things even match. That is the first thing you're doing. Alright, you can start kind of in the preview and then kind of finalize it right on Amazon itself. Let's take, for instance, these two. Right, I'm looking at it and they look very similar. Even though that match score is saying 28.57%. The thing about the match score you have to understand is very strict. It's just based on a title and a URL. That's not really enough, but it kind of helps, but it's not like an exact thing. So when I look at this, this does look to be the same 5284 champagne. There's only different sizes and only 2 different colors, so that's good. It's going to make it easier for me to match here. I know I can go to champagne and I can go immediately to 5284, and I already know that it's the same product, right? We don't have like a million variations. The price is $37.99. Going price here is $58.99. One seller. I don't even have approval to sell it for whatever reason. Could be the brand. Maybe I don't have brand approval, but anyway, just for the purpose of analysis, we do get to see that it is profitable. Just from an analysis perspective, it does appear to be profitable at least. And whatever the price is here, $37.99, I would have to update that here. And of course, the variation issue, the champagne 52/84, right? I would have to put that in here. So anyway, just kind of discovering that the variation thing is something that I'm going to have to add. So probably what you'll see when you get a copy of the system, what I do is when I make updates like that, or any update really, I send you a new copy with these updates. If you don't get it, you just contact me and I give it to you. So this is great because you get the system and then there's no monthly charge like software, and then I update it, you know, and then you get an update, right? So this is going to be great because I'm going to add another column most likely for variation. That you'll be a manual column for you to type in variations when you need to, and you know, I can just send you that update. Alright, so that's basically the system, and you know, this is the process. This is way faster than if you had to go through. In fact, if most people, most sellers, dropshippers went manually through and were trying to find products from here just manually to sell on Amazon profitably, a lot of people would say, you know what, there's just no products here to sell. They just give up. There's no profitable products. There are. The problem is that there's just so many products to go through, right? That is the issue, and this system takes away some of that work from you by automatically going through and pulling up Amazon links from the Amazon products. So that is really the big help with the system. The only other thing left that I'd like to tell you about is export all data. When you click on export all data, what's going to happen is it's going to take all this data from these column headings downward, and it's going to put all that data on an export sheet. So now you have this data on a sheet where you can work separately, okay, from that sheet. In fact, let me really show you what you can do here. You can right click, copy to a new spreadsheet, and then you're going to open this in a new spreadsheet, and now you've got a whole new spreadsheet. The links still work. The supplier link still works. The Google link still works. The Amazon link still works. The profit formulas still work. So if you change the shipping, or if you change the unit price, or you change the Amazon price, it's going to be reflected in these formulas, right, with the profit. Okay, if your fee changes, whatever, you know, it is that you want to change. So you still have these formulas calculating for supplier costs, even if you change, you know, if you change the tax. Okay, it's going to change. You see, it updates the cost because you have the formulas are still here. Everything is copied over, but it's in a separate sheet that you can just go through it. And then if you have a team, you can share this file with your team and multiple people. You know, you can assign people to different products, or however you do it, you know, or have people working at different times going through these products and checking the products to see which to verify, because you need a human being to verify these matches, especially when you get into things like variations. But just in general, you need a human being to do the final verification that these products match. Okay, it's very dangerous to drop ship and select products and without doing a human verification. You know, that's a dangerous thing, because then you can be sending people the wrong product and get in a lot of trouble with Amazon and all that, right? So you want to avoid, you know, the A to Z claims and all that kind of stuff. So that's basically how you're going to use this and what I suggest. Of course, you have to give this a title before you can share it. So you're going to give this a title. You know, it could be Hayneedle curtains, for instance. You know, for Amazon, you know, just something descriptive, whatever you want, basically. And that's basically it. That completes the process of finding profitable products to sell from a supplier, in this case Hayneedle, using the supplier Amazon Matcher profit calculator. So find a link in the description of this video if you want to get a copy of the system. And also I have my contact information down below if you want to contact me directly, or if you just want to leave comments, questions here below the video, you can do that as well. This is the US Canada version. I didn't mention the regions. It can match US to Canada. When you do Canada, it's going to search US Canada on the web instead of searching for regular Amazon US. There's also a UK version, and I am looking to add more countries. Any country that has the same basic like $ format or currency format, I will just add them into the system, so you'll just be able to choose those other regions, and that will make it better for people selling in different marketplaces. And so that is something else that I will keep adding and updating as well. So anyway, check links in this video to see what's down there that you need. You also get a deal on this Chrome extension through my link. Sell Assistant app, you get a deal through my link. And I also have an IP Alert Chrome extension if you're interested as well, but you get a deal definitely through the link here. You get a discount code for the IP Alert Chrome extension. And that's basically it. Get this right now. It's an instant. You're going to have instant access. You're going to make a copy and start using it right away. And that's about it. Go ahead and get your copy, and I wish you the best and success in doing your product research. This is Mr. Mark, sell for Amazon or Amazon Dropshipping. Look forward to hearing from you or seeing you around on the channel.